Wasabi Wallet. Unfairly private.
The Lightning Network has gained a lot of capacity and popularity over the last few years. More and more users seem to be piling in and trying it out, myself included. I have done a ton of different tutorials on various Lightning wallets so that people can send and receive sats back and forth, but not as much attention has yet been paid to layer 3 technologies, where you have a base layer of value of Bitcoin, you have a secondary transactional layer of Lightning, and then you have decentralized applications built atop Lightning to allow all sorts of cool things. Well, today we're going to chat about a few of them. While this will not be a tutorial per se, it will talk through a number of different developments and things being built atop Lightning. I am Ben with the BTC Sessions. This is your daily session.
Hodl the Bitcoin.
Before we dive in, of course, shout out to sponsors of the show, LEDN.io, where you can use your Bitcoin for a variety of different services. Of course, they have their Bitcoin-backed loans, where if you're in a pinch and you need to get your hands on dollars, but you don't want to sell your Bitcoin because, of course, that's a taxable event, and you could be worried about having to buy back in at a higher price, well, instead, you can use your Bitcoin as collateral to get a Canadian or US dollar loan into your bank account. You just simply deposit Bitcoin, dollars show up within 24 hours. You pay back the dollars, you get back the same number of sats. They also have their Bitcoin and USDC savings accounts, and they have their B2X offering if you're feeling mega bullish. Be sure to check them out. Links are down below, and if you opt to get a loan using that link, they'll give you $25 for free into your savings account. If you're stacking sats in Canada, Bitbuy is a super excellent and easy choice to use. Bitbuy has a very simple and easy to navigate web interface. They have an excellent mobile app available for iOS and Android. And after your first $250 purchase, they'll give you $20 for free. I do live on Bitcoin, and one thing that really helps me with this is Bitrefill. You can pick up any gift card you imagine on this website in a ton of different countries. So head over, check them out. You can pay on-chain with Bitcoin, or you can pay with Lightning Network, which of course I use all the time. And the beauty of this is twofold. Of course, you can get anything you need with Bitcoin, but you earn sats back while you shop. On top of that, they also have a killer referral program, so if you got friends and family that want to check it out, you can get some kickbacks from that too. Links are in the show notes. Now you guys know Keystone, very awesome and easy to use hardware wallet that is 100% air gapped, which means you never plug it into anything internet connected. Everything is done via QR code. That keeps the keys to your money safe and offline. I love this thing. It's interoperable with a ton of different wallets like Blue Wallet and Sparrow and Wasabi and Spectre and a bunch of others, and it's badass when it comes to use in a multi-sig setup, which I've done videos on as well. So check them out. Links are down below. And finally, if you are backing up any important Bitcoin wallet, while most or a lot of people will put it on paper, it may not be your best bet. It opens you up to fire damage, water damage, or just accidentally discarding the thing because somebody might not realize what it is. You can get much more peace of mind by using the BillFodl over at privacypros.io to back up your wallet in solid steel. And this is how I back up all my important stuff. So check them out. With that, let's dive into the show. So first off, let's talk about Lightning as it pertains to content creators. So those of you that listen to podcasts, or perhaps those of you that create podcasts, you know that basically the revenue model is pretty much if you get sponsors for the podcast. It's more or less it. Well, not so much anymore, as Adam Curry, one of the earliest or first podcasters there ever was, has created Podcast Index and Podcaster Wallet, which allows you to stream sats as you are creating and having people listen to your podcast, or as you are listening, you can pay by the minute for listening to podcasts. And so he basically has this website called podcastindex.org. You can go in, you can add your podcast wherever it is based to this index here, and then you will have the ability to connect to your own node or to get a service where they run a node for you, and you can then be accepting sats in real time as people listen. Now, this has a couple implications. I really like the idea that you may down the road not have to have sponsors at all. You can just simply, from person to person, from listener to creator, get paid that way. And you can effectively go into an app, set the sats per minute that you're willing to pay to listen to. You can have a suggested amount if you like, and then as you listen, you pay. If you get bored of a podcast, you just stop it and you no longer are paying for the rest of that podcast. So this not only is good for the content creators, but it also forces the content creators to have better content that people will listen to longer. So they have a bunch of different apps. Now, not all of these are Lightning enabled, but a few that pop out to me: Fountain, Sphinx Chat, Breeze. All of these allow you to integrate Lightning into your podcast. And once you're on Podcast Index, then you're effectively available on all of these. So Breeze is really cool. I've done a video on Breeze before, using it as a regular Lightning wallet and using it as a point of sale terminal. But they've since doing that video have integrated the whole podcast aspect. So you can jump over to the podcast part and effectively search for a podcast, set a sats per minute, and just away you go, and you're listening and you're streaming sats. I have this linked up already myself. I will do a tutorial on how to set this up and use it, or how to stream sats to somebody that you're interested in paying for their podcast. But this is one of the ways you can do so. Another one, Fountain. This one I'm just becoming aware of. It's actually really cool because podcasts that you're listening to, you can actually clip up some of your favorite moments of the podcast and reshare them and direct people to these clips and have them directed to the full podcast, and they will earn sats that way. So it's really, really cool. Now, outside of this, other content creators, namely artists, Scarce.city regularly hosts Lightning auctions for fine Bitcoin goods. One of the people that I really like seeing on here is Madex, a friend of mine. Worked with him at Bull Bitcoin for a while, and he just does incredible work. If you haven't seen him before, there's just such a unique style to his artwork. And yeah, effectively you can go in and you can bid on pieces of art. You can look through and get all of the information about it. I also really like seeing stuff from Crypto Graffiti on here. His stuff is incredible if you haven't seen it before. Like, he did this orange pill thing where it's literally a bunch of pills with Bitcoin bees on it, and then I think it's hole punched maybe Venezuelan Boulevard. I'm not sure what money it was, but yeah, he does some really unique, interesting things. And Scarce.city offers a way for people to bid and pay with Lightning in an auction for physical art. So I really enjoy that. Now, I mentioned Sphinx Chat before. Let's talk a little bit about Sphinx and what it does. It effectively uses the Lightning Network as a decentralized messaging app that is censorship resistant and encrypted. So you are able to, via the Lightning Network, send messages back and forth via Lightning transactions. And you can also do interesting things like have a tribe, it's known as, on Sphinx, and you can have a group of people in there and have it cost small amounts of sats, maybe 1 sat per message or 10 sats per message or whatever you want to set it at, so that you don't get spammers, right? Because spammers, they bank on the fact that they can just spam whatever they want at zero cost. As soon as you put a minimal cost in there, even if it's fractions of a penny to the average person, that has no bearing whatsoever. 1 sat, 5 sats, who cares? But if you're a spammer, and your interest lies in getting as many messages out there to as many people as possible, and hopefully people just start clicking on your links, all of a sudden that becomes a very expensive proposition. And that's where Sphinx Chat comes in, on top of the fact that you have this censorship resistant way to message people that is private as well. Anyways, they're doing some very interesting things here. And Sphinx Chat, actually, there's a Sphinx Chat relay on Umbrel, the Umbrel node, which I've done a video on as well. That's in their app store, and you can download it for free. Now, this is something really cool, and I'm gonna kind of do it live here. This is a proof of concept. You can use a Lightning wallet as a login, an anonymous login tied to a set of private keys with your Lightning wallet. So this is just, again, Gigi put this together after hearing about it, but effectively, here it says login with Lightning. You click this, it's going to present you with a QR code that you can scan with a Lightning wallet that has this feature, LNURL auth, or LNURL authorization. So I have Breeze open right now on my phone, and if I scan so that the camera is open, I can scan this on my phone, and it says, do you want to anonymously log in to lightninglogin.live? So I get a little notification. I just hit yes, and in a moment on the screen, it says success. That was easy, right? You are known as, and it gives me a little moniker. This is you. And that's basically all you would have to do to log into a website, is log in anonymously with a set of keys that pertain to your Lightning wallet. I didn't even know this was a thing that was possible. I just heard about it the other day, and the possibilities on Lightning continue to blow my mind. And speaking of that, let's talk about Impervious, impervious.ai. So I'm going to read a little bit from their website here. It says, Impervious API, infrastructure for the P2P internet, peer-to-peer internet. Impervious API is a programmatic layer that sits on top of the Bitcoin Lightning Network, i.e. Layer 3. Developers can leverage the Impervious API to easily build secure peer-to-peer data transmissions and payments into their applications and services. It's truly peer-to-peer, like the internet was meant to be. It's censorship and surveillance resistant. It is default encrypted, and it has payments built in. And so they talk about some of the things that you can do. You can do content creators, direct to audience, social networks, stream content to social networks, and general data transfer. And they show basically, again, it's a third layer on top of Bitcoin, on top of Lightning, and then they have Impervious here. And again, it's a censorship-resistant VPN, censorship and surveillance-resistant encrypted messaging and payments, decentralized command and control system for your network of machines, and it's streaming payments for video, audio, and content streams. And with this, you can build, obviously, a lot of cool things. One of them that popped out to me, this was in a hackathon just the other day, it's called Red. And it's a telephone service for your Lightning node powered by impervious.ai. Listen to this. Effectively, dial any Lightning node that has Red phone by entering their node ID in the box. Receive notifications when another node is calling you, answer the call, see call history, charge for calls in sats per minute. And so it says this app allows you to set up a WebRTC connection between two peers on the internet. Normally, peers would visit the same website and talk to the server over WebSockets to set up their peer-to-peer WebRTC connection. Redphone allows you to set up this connection with anyone by doing the signaling over Impervious, which runs on top of Lightning. And since you run your own Bitcoin, Lightning, and Impervious and Redphone on your own node and server, no other centralized entity knows about your peer-to-peer connection with the other person. If a peer has a price greater than 0, payment will be sent every 60 seconds. Similarly, for incoming calls, will be checked for the last 60 seconds and disconnected if a payment is not received. The first 60 seconds are free. So effectively, what you can do is you can create a private phone network over top of Lightning, which can be monetized if you choose to do so, and which by default is private, and nobody knows that a call has even taken place. Again, I did not know this was even possible, but it continues to get even more interesting from here. Look at this. I have not seen a ton of uses of AMP, which is atomic multipath payments in the wild yet, but here's one rolling out at imperviousai soon. So for those unfamiliar, atomic multipath payments in the context of sending a payment to somebody, let's say I want to send a payment over the Lightning Network from myself to you. Normally, that payment would go from node to node, bouncing through a single path all the way until it got to you, like a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon kind of thing. It jumps from me to person A to person B, C, D, E, and then finally to you, person F. However, you can do something called AMP, or atomic multipath payments, if one of those routes doesn't quite have enough liquidity, enough money in it. Like if I was sending you a whole Bitcoin and or let's say I was sending you 10 million sats, and not all of that route had 10 million sats in every single one of those channels. It could be split up between a whole bunch of different channels and then converge on your node, so that maybe 1 million goes through one channel, 2 million goes through another path, 3 million goes through another path, and it all kind of splits and then comes back together in the middle to meet at you. Well, this person did something entirely different with that same concept on top of Lightning, splitting up larger data and files into many AMP shares and reconstructing at the end. In this case, I'm sending an audio file in pieces through nodes. File sharing via the Lightning Network. I gotta read this thread to you because it's insane. What's cool about this is that if for any reason the data is too big or you've run out of valid paths, the parts can't be redeemed, so you save on fees and what you would have sent and can try again. So much better than key sending many payments and hoping all the parts make it. So effectively, you can take a file, split it into a million different pieces, all of which will be privately like run through Onion Network, Tor, all that. They'll split up, they'll be encrypted, they'll fly through the Lightning Network, they will converge on the destination at the same point, and as long as all of the pieces get there and find a route, they will reconverge, be decrypted, and be an accessible file on the other end, all of which is private, all of which people cannot tell what is happening. Crazy. Are you getting interested yet? Let's keep going. The Lightning address, like an email address, but for your money. An internet identifier that lets anyone send you Bitcoin instantly over the Lightning Network, no scanning QR codes or pasting invoices. So you can get a Lightning Network wallet that has basically just an address that people can send to. This is in the process of being implemented through various different Lightning wallets right now. And I will show you an example of one that is going to be rolling this out probably within a week or two of me putting up this video. Anyways, so yeah, it's exactly what it says. It says Lightning Network makes it simple to send and receive money over Bitcoin Lightning Network. No more scanning QR codes, no sharing of payment requests. Send money like you send emails instantly and abundantly. So no QR codes. You can attach comments. It's open on all networks. You can set custom properties so you can enjoy payments from anyone, anywhere for any amount, with or without attached comments. Set minimums and maximums, images and descriptions. Properties can change, but your Lightning address stays the same, so you have control over the settings. Familiar experience, just like email, and it's interoperable. So Lightning address builds upon the LN URL protocol, which is widely adopted in Bitcoin Lightning-enabled services. The aim of LN URL is to improve user experience around payments between apps and services. And you can get an LN URL Lightning address pretty quick here. Like by the time you watch this, you may be able to just grab one. So you can get these in a variety of different ways. There's apps and services that currently have them available. You can have bridge servers. So apps and services would be kind of a little bit more centralized. So an account with that supports Lightning addresses, you can get started immediately, just like Gmail or something like that. It's an equivalent of that type of a service. Now, our bridge servers, if you're already running a Bitcoin Lightning Network node and want a quick plug-and-play solution to getting your Lightning address, this option is for you. Simply point some domain DNS settings to the bridge server and you'll be set up in minutes. So a little bit more technical. I'm going to be playing with that in the future. And then self-hosted. Lightning address is just a set of simple protocol instructions. You can roll everything out on your own, whether you are a service provider looking to support Lightning addresses or a user that wants to host your own setup. This option is for you. And this is what I'm very interested in. I would love to see this roll out to Umbrel, to MyNode, to Start9, to all of the different node open source software stuff that is already out there. I would love to see this in their, app stores or equivalents. But you can go ahead, you can get like the Zebedee app, which it has to do with another use case of Lightning that we'll be touching on. LNTX bot, LN bits, and soon CoinOS. You can check out all of those and play around with those. Zebedee will have the Lightning addresses, I believe, in the next couple of weeks here. At least that was my understanding on Twitter just now. Now, I want to show you another thing, LN Pay. This app's on top of Lightning Network again. Some of the things that they're working on here, paywalls. You can quickly enable the ability to put a paywall before being redirected to your content. The easiest way to validate your idea and get paid quickly for your work. Track important metrics like click-through rate and see how your campaigns are performing. You can create faucets with over 100,000 LN Pay faucet withdrawals via LN URL withdraw. Faucets are a great way to engage with your users, whether it be Satsback rewards or giveaways. Lightning.gifts, I'll show you that one in a second, and Sat Mailer. We were talking about Sphinx Chat putting in a bit of a paywall, no matter how small, to prevent spam. Well, this applies to email as well. Integrate Lightning Network into your emails. You can, 1, reward your readers with loyalty sats via LN URL, or include Lightning invoices directly in your emails for purchasing. The possibilities are endless. Now, let's take a look at that Lightning gifts thing. Okay, so we're going to make one of these right now. This effectively makes a voucher, a gift for anybody that sees it, that you send it to redeem and receive Bitcoin. So very, very simple. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick a gift amount. Let's see. Let's do a good one. Let's do 10,000 sats. And then I will say sender name, BTC, sessions. And then you rock. Thanks for watching this video. Okay, great. So I'm going to hit create. Perfect. Okay, so this is giving me an invoice and asking me for sats. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send those sats. So right now I'm just sitting in Moon Wallet, another Lightning wallet that I've done a video on. I'm going to hit send. I'm going to scan, and it is saying, okay, you're sending 10,000 sats to this lightning.gifts place. I can see that in my wallet. I'm just going to hit send. By the way, if you haven't tried out Moon, check it out. It's super awesome. I do have a tutorial on it that you can check out anytime. Okay, so that was sent off. It should. All right, okay, great. So it says payment received, and now it says view your redeemable Bitcoin gift or display a shareable QR code. So if I click here, it says a gift from BTC Sessions to you. You rock. Thanks for watching this video. And right here, there's a clickable QR code compatible wallet. Now, interesting thing here is if you are watching this right now, you should be able to, maybe you might have to enlarge this on the screen, but you should be able to scan this QR code and redeem it for 10,000 sats within a Lightning wallet. You can try Breeze, you can try, I believe, Phoenix it should work with. I believe you can do it with Moon Wallet, if I'm not mistaken. So anyways, play around, try it out, scan it. Whoever sees this first and is able to get a Lightning wallet open and scan this QR code, you are able to go ahead and take 10,000 sats. You're welcome. I encourage you, you guys that are watching, to go ahead and try this out. Lightning.gifts. And all you have to do is exactly the steps that I just did, and then you can share it on Twitter and people can claim it if they want. It's a really cool proof of concept. I love it. Let's keep going. Of course, with Lightning, you can do DeFi on Lightning, where you can actually speculate, you can do contracts, you can do all kinds of different things, speculate on volatility, you can earn yield by lending, you can do all kinds of different stuff. Guys at Atomic Finance used to be working in the DeFi space in Ethereum until they realized that the entire foundation of Ethereum was shaky. Effectively, they realized that all of the promises that Ethereum is built on are entirely malleable. And so they pivoted and said, hey, we still want to build financial services in a decentralized way. We still want to do it and work on what we were currently trying. But we realized that Ethereum is not the place where we want to do it. And they pivoted, and they are now using Bitcoin and Lightning Network to accomplish what they wanted to build. So again, an example of stuff that you can do that people thought you needed altcoins for. No, you can do it on Bitcoin. Now, I wanted to highlight, of course, gaming and Lightning. Another big use case, and we've seen a lot of it actually over the past couple of years. Zebedee is a big one, and they are effectively enabling people to build games that have Lightning integrated as rewards, as competitive. You can enter into competitions or tournaments and win Bitcoin, all kinds of cool stuff here. So they've got a platform. You can download a mobile wallet for them. You can have it on your phone, or you can have it put into your browser. Now I have the Zebedee app. This is the one that is going to have the URL, or sorry, the Lightning address integrated really soon here. Whatever your gamer tag is, it will end up being your gamer tag at zbd.gg, and that'll end up being the equivalent of your Lightning address, your email address. So this is the built-in app that they have, or the Chrome app that they have. And again, you just have like a dollar amount, you have a sat amount, you can pay and request, you can have a QR code. I've just been playing around with it a little bit here, but I will be using this more and trying out some of the games and everything. I'm not a massive gamer, but I play the occasional game for fun to relax. So it's a lot of fun. They do have Mint Gox and powered by Zebedee, and they do lots of different tournaments and everything here, VR, all this kind of stuff. They have 10 million sats in prizes. They have different games. There's this, the Bitcoin Rally one is pretty fun. I do have it on my desktop here. It's like a Mario Kart type thing. They do have some mobile games. You can play CSGO. There's a tournament, and there's 4 million sats at stake. There's all kinds of stuff that they've got in here. Another one, the Elixir game launcher. This one has Light Night, which I really like. Is kind of like what would I call that? I can't even remember the name of it, but you know, it's like a battle royale style game, and sats are at stake, and you can get different unique little things for your characters and play. And again, sats are at stake. You can actually earn Bitcoin by playing. And yeah, lots of interesting things happening with this. Again, there's apps that you can get on your phone, whether it be iOS or Android, and then you can enter into draws to win sats, and you can withdraw them directly from the game. So again, it's an entire niche of people that are getting exposed to Bitcoin in a different way. We've gone from podcast hosts and content creators like that. We went through kind of privacy and messaging and all kinds of crazy stuff, and businesses, things that you can build and integrate Lightning into your business, and now to the fun stuff of gaming. And there's just I just a lot of this stuff I had no idea it even existed, and it goes to show how much is happening in and around Bitcoin, whether it be via gaming, whether it be via finance, whether it be building in just payment apps within your business, whether it be simplifying Lightning Network just for the ease of sending and receiving without having to do QR codes, encrypting communications, logging in anonymously and easily via a Lightning wallet, encrypted messaging, auctions for artists, making money directly peer-to-peer from people that are enjoying your content. There is so much happening in Lightning, and a lot of people haven't even tried Lightning just for payments yet. So if you are looking to dive in, just start with something simple. Download a wallet, get Breeze, get Phoenix, get Moon, MUUN, and just play around and just see what it's like to send a Bitcoin Lightning payment and go from there, because there's a lot of cool shit coming down the pipeline. The speed at which stuff is developing is blowing my mind, and I couldn't be more excited for the space. I hope this video is useful to you. I hope this gets you excited as well. And I feel like I've barely just scratched the surface. Thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. As always, please, if you're here on YouTube, hit like, subscribe, and share. This really helps. It gets this content in front of more eyeballs. And if you want to help out the show in another way, you can, of course, hit up the previously mentioned sponsors down below. That was LEDN, Bitbuy, Bitrefill, Keystone, and BillFodl over at privacypros.io. And finally, if you really liked what you saw, since we're talking about Lightning, you can always hit me up with a Bitcoin tip at my strike.me page. That is strike.me/BTC sessions. When you get there, you can type in any amount that you like. You hit the tip button, and you'll be greeted with a Lightning payment request, which you can scan and send off to, or if you click to the right, you'll be greeted with a regular Bitcoin QR code. With that, I am out. Have yourselves a wonderful day or evening wherever you may be, and I will see you guys next time for your daily session.
Hodl the Bitcoin.